Okay, so this is a training on how to crop and resize images in GIMP. So as you can see here, I have a folder open, and the image that I'm going to be cropping is rather large. It's 3024 by 4032, so I want to make that quite a bit smaller. And I also want to change the canvas size to a square. So to get started, we can simply drag this image into the middle GIMP window and it'll open up. And depending on the size of the image, it might take a couple of seconds. Okay, now I'm just going to expand the window a little bit so we can see the whole thing. And you'll see it's a nice picture of a family, maybe somewhere in Costa Rica. And you also see that it's rather large. If I click on this button, it gives you the percentages. If I go to 100%, as you can see here, it's a very, very large image. So I'm going to show you how to resize that first. So to resize an image, it's very easy. Just go up to Image and Scale Image. And then a dialog box will open with the image size, width, and height. And then there are two other options, X resolution, Y resolution. We don't need to worry about that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in 2000, and it'll automatically resize the height because this chain is linked. If the chain is not linked, it won't resize automatically. And then after we're done, we click Scale. And it'll take a few moments to scale the image. And there it is. It's now a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to manipulate. Okay, so I'm going to go back down to about 25 or maybe 15%, 12.5%, just so that you can see the entire canvas here. Okay, so now that we've resized the image to something smaller, say I want to crop it, and I just want maybe a square around the family. It's very easy. First, generally what I do is I like to duplicate the background. So if you right-click on the background layer and click Duplicate, a copy will appear. And I like to duplicate it because in case I want to go back to the original, I'll always have it in the background. So I'm just going to turn it off. There's this visibility button. I'm going to click that to turn it off. And then I'm going to drag the selection tool, the rectangle selection tool. I'm just going to drag a square over the family. And this is where we're going to crop. So under the layer menu, click on Crop to Selection, and it gives you that crop. Okay, so I'm going to step back one step. So you'll see that the canvas size stays the same size, and the gray checkered squares are an indication of that. So I'm just going to undo. And this time I'm going to select under the image menu, crop to selection. And now what that'll do is it resizes the canvas. The first crop only resized what was selected, but the crop to selection also resizes the canvas. And you'll see now we have a nice square picture of our family somewhere in Costa Rica.